Good morning. Mark chapter 2. Jesus heals many. 4 men lower a man who could not walk through a roof so that Jesus can heal him. And also Jesus forgives his sins. This is Stefan Hager talking to you from Switzerland as I am reading alongside with you the Bible, Injiil Mark's Gospel, and we have a special place where we gathered this morning in a coffee in Switzerland, Huttwil, just the place I was born. Let's see what Mark wrote in the mid-first century, the same chapter before we read in first chapter that this is the beginning of the good news, which we call Injiil of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And now in the second chapter, we read that Jesus heals. A few days later, verse 1, Jesus entered Capernaum again. The people heard that he had come home. So Jesus came home. This was his hometown. Verse 2, many people gathered that there was no room left in that house where he gathered. There was not even a room outside the door. And Jesus preached the word to them. 4 of those who had come, they were carrying a man who could not walk, but they could not get him close to Jesus because of the crowd. So they made a hole in the roof above Jesus, and they lowered the man through it on a mat. So the man came down on a mat into this hole. And then Jesus saw their faith. Do you have faith that Jesus can heal even today? This man, they had faith. It took 4 men and a mattress and the sick man who could not walk, paralyzed, lame, and they lowered him down. And then he said to the man, what would Jesus first say to the man? An interesting thing. He said, your sins are forgiven. Some teachers, verse 6 of the law, they were sitting there. They were thinking, why is this fellow talking like that? He's saying a very evil thing. Only God can forgive sins. Right away, Jesus knew what they were thinking. What were they thinking? He said to them, why are you thinking this way, these things? Is it easier to say to this man, your sins are forgiven, or to say, get up, take your mat and walk? I want you to know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. That's what Jesus said. Himself, the Son of Man, he has authority to forgive sins. Then Jesus spoke to the man who could not walk. I tell you, what did Jesus tell him? He said, get up, take your mat and go home. The man got up and took his mat. Then he walked away while everyone watched. All the people were amazed. They praised God and said, we have never seen anything like that.